Kick her again, and you will leave this place in silence.
Ow.
The warning came too late, because the millionaire's foot was already moving in the room, was about to learn who she really was. Asterisk, the kick landed before anyone could stop it. Not hard enough to break bones, just hard enough to humiliate. The kind of kick meant to remind someone of their place. The dining room froze in that exact second, as if the air itself had been ordered not to move. Maya staggered once, her shoe scraping softly against the marble floor. She caught herself. She straightened. Her tray stayed balanced. No scream, no tears, no words. The millionaire leaned back in his chair, smiling like he had just proven a point. His suit was perfect. His watch caught the light. His confidence filled the room the way smoke fills a closed space. He had money, power, and the comfort of knowing that rooms like this usually belonged to him. Maya was a black waitress in a plain uniform. That was all anyone thought they saw. The restaurant smelled of warm bread and wine. Soft music drifted. From hidden speakers, crystal lights shimmered overhead. Everything about the place was designed to feel calm, expensive, controlled. Yet beneath that polish, something cracked. People looked away. Forks hovered midair. Server near the wall froze with wide eyes. The manager took a half step forward, then stopped, trapped between rules and fear. Silence spread faster than outrage. Maya stood still, breathing slowly through her nose. Inside her chest, her heart did not race. It settled. This was not her first moment of danger. It was simply the first time danger had arrived wearing a tailored suit. Maya had learned, long ago, how to disappear in plain sight. She moved softly between tables, remembered orders without writing them down, apologized even when she was not wrong. She worked double shifts and night shifts, learned which customers demanded smiles and which demanded invisibility. Life now looked small from the outside. A rented room, long hours, tired feet. Quiet nights, but that life was only the surface. There were old scars on her shins, thin and pale, from years before. There were calluses on her hands that did not come from carrying plates. There was a stillness in her posture that did not belong. To someone untrained, she had learned control the hard way. As the millionaire's laughter faded into the tense quiet, Maya felt the familiar weight of eyes on her back. Not support, not protection, judgment, expectation. The unspoken hope that she would shrink, apologize, make the moment comfortable again. She did not. Her gaze stayed low. Her shoulders stayed relaxed. She placed the tray gently on a nearby stand, careful not to let the plates clink. That small act went unnoticed by most of the room, but it mattered. It was the moment she chose not to be a target. Maya's past lived in her muscles. Years earlier, mornings had begun before sunrise in a cramped training hall that smelled of sweat and rubber mats. The air had always been cold, at first biting at her skin until movement warmed her from the inside out. Her father had stood nearby, arms crossed, eyes sharp but kind. He had been a quiet man with a calm voice and an unbreakable sense of purpose. He believed the world was not fair, but that preparation could make it survivable. He taught Maya balance before speed, breath before force, awareness before action. He told her that anger made people sloppy, that fear made them loud, that the strongest response was the one no one saw coming. She trained for years, not for trophies, not for crowds, for the simple reason that being small, being black, and being a woman meant the world might test her without warning. Those mornings were hard. Her knuckles split, her legs shook, her lungs burned, but there was comfort in the rhythm, the slap of feet on mats, the quiet correction of her father's voice, the certainty that she was learning how to survive when her father passed. Suddenly, and far too early, that training became something sacred, a promise she carried alone. She stepped away from the mats and into regular life. She chose work that paid the bills. She chose peace over pride. She never forgot what she knew. She simply hoped she would never need it. Again, back in the restaurant, the millionaire pushed his chair back and stood. He enjoyed the attention. He always had. He gestured broadly, his voice loud enough to travel, making sure everyone heard his complaints. His friends laughed on cue. The sound was sharp and careless. Maya felt the injustice settle heavier now, not just the kick, the assumption, the belief that she could be touched without consequence. The manager finally moved, voice thin, asking the man to calm down, offering apologies, offering compensation, offering anything except protection. That was when the millionaire reached for Maya again. His hand moved fast, aiming for her wrist, a casual grab meant to remind her who controlled. The space-time did not slow. Maya did. She stepped forward instead of back. Her shoulder brushed his chest. Her hand rotated just enough to redirect his grip. Her hips turned, her weight shifted. The movement was clean, efficient, quiet. The millionaire's balance vanished. His feet left the floor. His body tilted in a way his mind did not expect. He hit the ground hard, the sound echoing like a final answer. The room forgot how to breathe. Chairs scraped softly. A glass trembled on the edge of a table. Someone near the window covered their mouth in shock. Maya released him the instant he was down. She stepped back, hands open, palms visible. Her posture returned to neutral, calm, controlled. She did not chase. She did not threaten. She did not add a single unnecessary motion. That restraint spoke louder than violence ever could. Security rushed in from the entrance, trained steps faltering as they took in the scene. A man on the floor in an expensive suit, a waitress standing, calmly a few feet away. No chaos. No struggle. They hesitated. The millionaire gasped, his breath stolen, eyes wide with disbelief. He stared at the ceiling as if it had betrayed him. His confidence drained away, leaving something small and frightened. Behind, phones were already raised, not to mock, to record, to remember. Because deep down, the room knew this moment would be questioned later. Maya spoke at last. Her voice was steady, low, clear. She said she had been kicked. She said she had been grabbed. She said she defended herself. No excuses, no drama, just truth. When the police arrived, the energy shifted again. Questions came quickly. Who started it? What happened? Who escalated? Manager pointed toward. The security cameras, the footage was reviewed. The truth stood firm. The kick, the grab, the fall. No argument could erase it. The millionaire tried to speak, his voice thin now, stripped of command. His words did not land. Authority does not survive when exposed. He was helped to his feet, smaller than he had been moments earlier. His friends avoided his eyes. The room did not laugh. It did not cheer. It simply watched. Maya was asked if she wanted accountability. She said yes. Not anger. Not revenge. Accountability. The words settled deep. The restaurant did not return to normal after that. Something fundamental had shifted. Servers stood a little straighter. Diners looked at Maya with something new in their eyes. Respect. Recognition. A quiet apology that needed no words. The manager approached Maya afterward, his voice heavy with regret. He offered time off, support, anything she needed. Maya listened, then asked for one thing only: that staff be protected next time, before harm, not after. The request was simple. It was powerful. That night, Maya finished her shift. She washed her hands. She changed out of her uniform. She walked home under streetlights that hummed softly in the dark. Her body ached. But her mind was clear. The story spread fast. Not because of spectacle, because of the lesson. People replayed the moment again and again. Not the fall, but the calm. The control. The way power had shifted without shouting. Some called her a hero. Some called her dangerous. Maya ignored it all. She returned to her routines. Work, training, quiet, evenings. But something followed her now. the knowledge that silence could stand up, that dignity could defend itself, that strength did not need permission. In the days that followed, the millionaire issued a statement. Careful words, soft apologies. It's nothing that could undo the moment when the room went quiet and his power disappeared. Maya did not respond. She did not need to. Her actions had already spoken. People began to talk differently in that restaurant. They intervened sooner. They looked twice. They remembered that uniforms do not erase humanity, and, somewhere deep inside, Maya felt her father's. Lessons settle again, not as a burden, but as peace. Strength is not loud. Control is power. Silence can change everything. Some battles are not announced. Some heroes never raise their voices. Some fighters carry plates instead of titles. And sometimes, the most powerful thing a person can do is refuse to stay small when the world expects them to. If this story moved you, comment where you are watching from and what moment stayed with you the most. Share your thoughts on respect and quiet strength. Subscribe for more stories that honor unseen courage and the battles no one else sees.